It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I hate mornings. But today's the day of the expo, so right now I'm downstairs about to pack up. Load up these snakes I'm bringing. Once I get to the show, I'll show you guys everything I have and what my setup is and how I'm setting everything up, and give you guys a little bit of a, I guess, tutorial on what I decided to do. I had 4 days to plan for this expo, and this is my first one ever, so I just kind of had to throw some things together and make sure I had something to present. It's not going to be the best display that you've seen, so don't get your hopes up, but I'll explain why I chose what I did and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. So what I decided to do for my setup was I just used Sterilite bins from Target, and I basically just flipped them all upside down because the bottom is see-through versus the top is more of this like blurry material, and that way you get a nice viewing pane for the animals. I printed out some care sheets. So that my customers could potentially have a care guide if they need one. Put my number on it so that they can contact me, which I forgot to type it, so that it just came out printed. And then for my customers who do purchase stuff, I actually printed out laminated sheets for them, so it'd be more difficult to destroy if it ended up happening. I'm actually gonna raffle this guy off, so hopefully that attracts some customers, some type of marketing. But yeah, this is all the animals I have today. I'm excited for the day to get started, so I'll tap back in with you guys in a few.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Alright, so it's been a minute, but I'm gonna finally do the review of the expo that I did. So it was my first expo that I did on March 5th of this month, which was last month, because it's April now. I'm gonna start by saying I actually really enjoyed it. I definitely look forward to doing it more often. I made 2 sales that day and then another sale that the next day. One of the sales that I made was actually to somebody who has purchased the animal from me before, so it was nice to kind of have that customer come back because she appreciated the relationship that we built to begin with. It was my first time doing a show. It was a smaller show. I do wish that I would have known about it sooner, because basically what ended up happening was I ended up being in not necessarily the best spot as far as the flow of traffic went. I was pretty much the last person to join for that expo, so I ended up being like way off into the corner, which I'll throw some of the footage from me walking around the expo in, so you can see where I was actually located in comparison to the main part of the show. Next time I do it, they already actually asked me to come back for the next expo, but because I gave my snakes this year off from breeding, I don't have any more babies to take for the show. But I look forward to doing it again with a lot more options. I think it would have been better / I guess easier to make more sales had I had at least an entire litter or just more babies to offer. Most of the snakes that I had to offer at the show were either juveniles or adults, versus your new people are more likely to be interested in picking up a baby that they can raise themselves. What else? It was nice to gain some of that experience and interact with different customers, meet new people, make new relationships. I actually had a couple different people message me the next day telling me that they enjoyed coming to my table and interacting with the animals and seeing how I was with the kids. One of the guys I met, I don't remember what his name was, but we had another show last weekend, and we seen each other there, and we talked some more there. But it was just definitely nice to see that was another relationship that I built. And even though this is the beginning basically of me really starting to breed snakes and do shows and just interact more with the reptile community as far as a business owner goes versus being a patron more than likely. I would say for what I brought as far as my materials went, I have pros and cons about how I did my setup. I think that me having them in the sterilized bins the way I did allowed for a larger viewing area, but I would definitely prefer to do more of an acrylic setup where the viewing windows will be a lot clearer. A lot of people actually did like that I had it set up in the bins, but I think it would just look neater if I did an acrylic setup, which I could still just build acrylic enclosures for viewing and just make them larger so that the snakes aren't just crammed into a little tiny box. What else? I think that I would prefer to also, well, I guess this really is a preference because this is how it would usually go, but I only had 3 days to prepare for that show. So, with it being my first show, that made it so I didn't really have enough time to really think out how I would like to have set up everything. I use these lights when I cut hair that I would like to bring more lighting to my table. I would like to have a banner. I would like to have a more customized tablecloth with my logo and some information on it. One thing I did have that some people liked was I had care sheets on my table, so I would suggest that for people as well. I had care sheets for obviously my bows that I brought, and then one of the big things I would push for a lot of people is hand sanitizer because there's a lot of kids there, and kids are nasty and they like digging up their nose and just touching everything, and I don't like that. So I was having everybody sanitize before and after handling my animals. And probably you want to do that to be safe anyways, because there's already going to be potential for a lot of stuff to be going on at shows. A lot of stuff could a lot of times end up with your animals potentially getting sick just from being around all these other reptiles that are in the same room for this amount of time. And then people going from one table to the next table to the next table, handling stuff could potentially bring mites or whatever other parasites they could possibly carry. All in all, I do look forward to doing it again. I do look forward to posting more videos. So shoot some ideas down in the comments for me. Let me know what you guys want to see. I can go through the small collection that I do have. I want to do some DIY videos of me building my cages. I pretty much built all my cages. I haven't decided how I'm going to do my channel yet. I'm going to revamp it. With me being a barber as well, I'm gonna have both different things. So I haven't decided if I want to do just 2 separate channels or just have my channel be a universal channel where I have everything on it. But all in all, I need to start recording and editing more. But it's also me finding the time to do those things. This is probably my favorite snake in my collection, and probably will always be. Always wanted a Moonglow bow, but this is my Moonglow bow. His name is Nitro. And one of the things I really, really enjoy about this snake is that most Moonglows you see will typically start to yellow out. And as you can see, he's retained his white color very, very well. And he's 3 already. Oh, he does still have some yellowing in him, but the yellow that other snakes will turn in comparison, I think this is a great example of what a Mongol looks like. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what else y'all want to see. Now I'll try to start putting out more videos more frequently, better quality with more direction versus me just rambling off the top of my head, because I'm not really sure what direction or what answers people are looking for. So, you know, be sure to let me know and shoot me some ideas to give me an opportunity to give y'all what y'all actually looking for. But thank you guys, and appreciate you guys taking out the time to watch.